Welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
In this video, we're going to be covering two entry-level salvaging ships, both the Drake Vulture and the MISC Fortune, to better help you decide on which ship is best for you. At the time of this video, the MISC Fortune is the latest ship to enter the verse in Alpha Patch 4.0.1. It is confirmed to be a variant of the MISC Prospector chassis, carrying a lot of similarities between the two ships. So if you already like the MISC Prospector, you may very well be interested in the MISC Fortune. With all that said, let's go ahead and begin with the overall specs. Consider a small size ship with two size 1 pilot weapons, two small fuel tanks, one small quantum fuel tank, two size 1 power plants, two size 1 coolers, and three size 1 shields, with 18 maneuvering thrusters and 12 SEU of cargo. MISC Fortune. Consider a small size ship with two size 1 pilot weapons, one medium fuel tank, one small quantum fuel tank, one size 2 power plant, one size 2 cooler, three size 1 shields, and 12 maneuvering thrusters with 16 SEU of cargo space. Having owned both ships and have enough playing time with both to really feel out the differences among the two, and hopefully I'll provide enough information for you by the end of this video to help you decide on which ship is best for you. As mentioned on a previous video, both ships are within the small category, and there isn't too much concern with landing these ships planetside, with a minor note on the Drake Vulture. The Vulture has a longer two-prong frame with short landing gear. When landing on an uneven terrain, this may cause the ship to not firmly secure on the ground. Again, not a major issue, just something to take note of, as the Fortune, like the Prospector, has a much larger, springier landing gear and rarely faces any issues with landing. The Fortune has 2 points of entry similar to the Vulture. Both offer a ladder and door on the port side, and the second entry is located towards the back of the ship. The Vulture has a cargo ramp door, and the Fortune comes with a lift door that has a 4 SU cargo grid with it. Having multiple entries on the ship always comes in handy, especially with salvaging, where you may want to remove certain parts of a ship and put the cargo inside. When it comes to design, the Fortune, like the Prospector, offers a great wide open view, one of the best in my opinion from the pilot seat. The Fortune offers a size 1 salvaging head mount versus the 2 that the Vulture offers. This gives the Vulture a clear advantage over the Fortune when it comes to scraping. However, there are a few positives with the single scraping head. Having it dead center allows you to quickly position yourself, not having to heavily rely on the gimbal mechanic as you do with the Vulture. There also seems to be a benefit with having a smaller cone area when it comes to disintegration, allowing you to max out on construction materials and not accidentally disintegrating other pieces. In regards to the salvage scraping heads, the Vulture comes standard with 2 of the 3 scrape heads currently available, the Abrade and Cinch. The Fortune only comes with the Cinch by default. I recommend upgrading this to the Abrade, which seems to be the sweet spot in my opinion. These heads range between efficiency and speed. The more efficient the head is, the longer it will take to scrape an area, due to the smaller diameter of the beam. I expect CIG to release multiple types of scraping heads with different attributes as Salvaging game loop continues to mature. Both ships offer a full habitation space with bed and toilet, and are up to date with CIG's latest standards such as component and storage access. Traversing though through the ship is much simpler with the Fortune, as you don't have to use a ladder like the Vulture with its double deck design. However, with the Vulture, the cockpit allows for immediate EVA access with a side door, and this comes in handy for more detailed work while salvaging. In regards to the SU storage capacity, both ships have space internally. The Vulture has its 12 SU of cargo space and is expected to have all of its salvaging materials be printed and kept within the cargo hold. With the Fortune, its salvaging materials are printed outside the ship on 2 separate 6 SCU grids, providing a total of 12 SCUs outside and an additional 4 SCU inside, totaling 16 SCU for the Fortune. The biggest difference between these two ships is the dual printing feature outside the MISC Fortune. As you're salvaging a ship, you can have both printers set to auto, allowing you to never having to get off your seat, filling the 12 SCU cargo grid outside the ship and continue filling up the 13 SCU buffer internally. This also allows for easy org operations, allowing other members to quickly pick up and transfer the cargo as necessary. On the other hand, the Vulture having dual salvaging heads allows for a much quicker scraping process, and its 12 internal SCU of cargo space allows for protection against other players looking to pirate your cargo. These features will be the biggest deciding factor for anyone interested in these ships. When it comes to maintenance, both ships have their components accessible within the habitation area, making maintenance for these ships much easier, as most small ships would be. The Vulture may add some difficulty with swapping out components due to its entry pathways, but it's still very optimal in my opinion. Regardless of choice, I think CIG has done an excellent job in developing these ships. There was some controversy in the design of the Vulture being completed before the game mechanic was ready, compared to the MISC Fortune, where the design fits the current game mechanic in a much better way. Either way, both ships are designed really well for the role and are really fun to operate. The salvaging game loop is a relaxing game loop that lets you just chill and enjoy the game for its limitless boundaries, and will have a huge impact when engineering and base building enter the game, hopefully later this year. So which ship is right for you? Let me know in the comments below. I always like to read different points of views and perspectives that I may not have thought about. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video review in choosing an industrial entry-level salvage ship. If so, please like and subscribe, as I'm always working to build up more Star Citizen content and appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.